Let's say if someone wants to buy your car, they have several reasons why they must buy your car. The future is actually quite simple. I think this is because when buying a car, everyone has their own budget range for purchasing. In the future, competitors are Mercedes, BMW, and Audi. We chose to start from the high end market. If you're really buying a car for 400,000 yuan. This level of car, you choose the future regardless of the control experience, smart features, or convenience of use, or the cost of use. There's no doubt it's all okay. Another point is our service. For high-end users, our service is top-notch. We also have a community that's our new house, including our online groups for entrepreneurs. Yes, this new house community, I think it's extremely comprehensive. It brings a totally different experience from BMW and Audi. It's not just providing a functional experience, just the car's functional experience. The car isn't just a car. We offer emotional experiences. We've created a high-end, service-oriented community. What you said is very correct. So if you're willing to consider this, if you're buying a 400,000 yuan car, choose NEO for the future. If you're considering BMW or Audi, give yourself a chance to understand NIO's future. In fact, that there are many ways to start a business. At that point in time, around 2014 or 2015, the way I chose to start was quite different from others. Our first investment was 300 million US dollars. I personally contributed half in cash. So my future shares up until now, except for some futures after the IPO, were all bought with my own money. $1, one share. That's how I bought. It's the same for our earliest investors, including Tencent and Jailing, as well as Xiaomi's Lei Jun also, JD's Richard Liu and Ideal, and later Anhai and Hillhouse Capital. We all actually used this approach. In fact, we all crowdfunded together. I don't have any founders' shares. I invested with real cash. I hope you see this commitment. Furthermore, there's no such thing as tech shares or talent shares. Absolutely none of that. We gave 10% of shares to the team, but that doesn't include me. You've made many investments yourself, too.
I think sometimes people are misunderstood, misinterpreted, or even consumed, and that has its own significance. Like me, I've been in the spotlight for years, and many people consume my image. I joke that CEO now means Chief Entertainment Officer, as I've been entertaining for 20 years. I've always had a good attitude about this, but I've undergone some changes this year. I didn't actually use social media before. Look at my Weibo. Since this year, you've noticed I've appeared much more. Yes, it used to be all ads, but I started doing live broadcasts in March. I realized that although the world doesn't urge us to be understood, we need to communicate with others, whether as a company or individuals. It's my responsibility to show people a real future and a genuine concierge service. I'm learning this from you too. I believe in life and work. Don't seek others' understanding. Just show your true self and methods to others. It's fine if others understand you or not. Some will understand, some won't. Some will like it, some won't. This is called facing things indifferently. My core theme is don't deliberately seek others' understanding. Just present yourself normally. Always seeking understanding can lead to anger when misunderstood. That would make your life very miserable.
I'll ask you a challenging question, which a car company exec told me. He said future Chinese car companies will focus on hybrid vehicles. What if, like this snowy winter, cars get stuck on the road, can't start, and need heating inside? The battery drains, leaving the car stranded. How would a pure electric car handle this situation? First, everything has a probability. Today at Baisha Lake, a host told me about rescuing many drivers because there's no gas station for 200 to 300 kilometers. It's an environmental protection zone without gas stations. Many people don't know and can't refuel, so he's done lots of rescues. Here's another example from today. I met 3 of our users there, one from Shanghai, one from Guangdong, and one from Chengdu. Tomorrow, some users might get stuck as routes change. They're driving our future pure electric cars. I'm not worried at all. Even if we need to provide support, we have service vehicles following, so no problem. Because service vehicles are mobile and aren't needed daily for recharging. They're only needed in rare cases, about 1 in 1,000.
But what does this mean? When discussing this issue, we should think clearly about probabilities. Everything has a probability. You can't use rare cases to generalize for everyone. Of course not.
It's mainly about raising funds in dollars. We've actually raised a lot of dollars globally. If we raise this amount, it's close to $19 billion, including up to now. Last year, we raised another $3 billion. In fact, what I mean is dollar investors differ from our yuan investors. There is a difference. It depends on your global conversion. It doesn't mean you need immediate profits. Look at Amazon. It lost money for years, and Tesla lost money for 16 years. It's about phased delivery capability. From an investor's perspective, our reputation in this area is good. So for us, it's possible, isn't it? Yes.
For 30 years, we've invested in many companies, including startups. When I talk to entrepreneurs, I often emphasize two additional points. First, be clear if you'd continue after failure. Failure is likely, success less so. I mean success in the conventional sense. Would you still pursue it? Many focus on success, but not on the consequences of failure. All entrepreneurs must think this through clearly. In China, we call it facing death to find life, right? If I've considered the worst case, I'll make decisions courageously. I think this point is crucial. Also, as you mentioned, never deceive yourself. Face your true self. It's hard to face others' nature and equally tough facing yourself. We often deceive ourselves for various reasons. I'm gradually trying to be more honest with myself. It's hard to expect the world to understand you. No one owes you that. You can't make everyone happy. It's impossible. But facing your true self is crucial. I'm building on what you just said. Facing your true self means confronting your conscience. Yes, indeed. This is an extremely important matter. Very important. You mentioned the startup principle of planning for failure. I often stress this to young entrepreneurs. I have a saying, only do things that won't cost you your life. Right. That's why I tell students not to take out high interest loans carelessly. If you can't repay, it might cost you your life. This is unacceptable. It could literally cost you your life. Don't use parents' pensions or borrow from friends to start a business. Don't borrow money. If you spend it all, it could cost you your life. Being hounded by debt collectors can drive you insane. Absolutely not, right? But if you do something and fail, it won't cost you your life. I'm still here, living freely with nothing threatening my life. You're absolutely right. I think you should pursue what you want to do. Like when I was struggling and signed for millions in debt. Though urgent, I actually calculated the risks. I thought if the company fails, I can't repay, but I could work for years to pay it back. So it's crucial to know your bottom line, know your limits clearly.